What is up, guys? So for this video I wanted to discuss the same topic I discussed in my previous video. Who exactly is this character Lalo that Saul Goodman mentions in season 2 of Breaking Bad? One theory which has been floated is that this Lalo character that Saul Goodman mentions to Walt and Jesse is not a new character that is yet to be introduced in Better Call Saul, but is actually in fact Don Eladio. This theory most likely stems from the fact that Lalo and Eladio are similar in sound. This is an interesting theory to consider. A plot in Better Call Saul that would explain this Lalo character that Saul mentioned in Breaking Bad as Don Eladio, where Saul thinks that Don Eladio sent two of his henchmen, who could maybe even hypothetically be the cousins, to kill Saul as revenge for helping Nacho in some capacity in the aftermath of Nacho's actions against Hector and Tuco, would almost seemingly write itself. On the surface, this would seemingly make sense and would tie up this loose end regarding Saul Goodman's dialogue in the desert in season 2 of Breaking Bad from the episode entitled Better Call Saul. However, in my opinion, I do not believe that this character named Lalo that Saul is shouting about to Walt and Jesse in the desert is Don Eladio. In an episode of the Better Call Saul Insider podcast, which discussed the third episode from season 1 of Better Call Saul entitled Nacho, the scene in Breaking Bad where Walt and Jesse kidnap Saul and take him to the desert was specifically discussed by the writers.
We definitely, when we started talking about the series and we wanted to connect it to, we looked, what do we know about Saul Goodman in Breaking Bad? And
right.
We looked at that scene and the screaming out Ignacio and Lalo. In fact, as we prepared for this podcast, we got copies of the original board, and his name isn't Nacho on this board, it was Lalo.
Yeah, the character,
we started off by calling him Lalo, and then we thought,
that's true.
Better to go with Ignacio.
So I'm assuming that we're going to work our way back around to this incident, to something that leads to this incident.
Cleverly construct this in a way.
I don't want to make any promises.
Yeah.
Seriously. That is always the hope. We're going to try our best to tie all the loose ends.
So, in this podcast, we hear that the writers of Better Call Saul initially considered naming Nacho's character in Better Call Saul Lalo. This would imply that this Lalo character who Saul Goodman was shouting about in the desert in Breaking Bad was going to be written in Better Call Saul as a new character. In my mind, it appears that due to the fact that the writers stated that they considered naming Nacho's character Lalo at one point in time, this almost certainly indicates that Saul Goodman probably was not referring to Don Eladio in the desert when Walt and Jesse kidnapped him. So, with all of this being said, due to the fact that the writers considered naming Nacho's character Lalo in Better Call Saul, along with the fact that Wired magazine reported that they saw the name Lalo on a corkboard in the Better Call Saul writers' room in 2017, and the fact that Lalo was most commonly used as a diminutive for the name Eduardo, in my opinion, I think that all this information almost certainly indicates that we will likely see a new character named Lalo emerge in Better Call Saul moving forward in season 4. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Thank you to all the people who are watching my videos and who have subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you like to hear the sound of my voice talk about Better Call Saul and are looking forward to season 4, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos. My name is Anton Jackson. Thanks again for watching.